Welcome to a new update in which we're going to focus on what Bitcoin has been doing in the past year and what we should be looking at in terms of price action for Bitcoin. As we are looking at the higher time frame solutions, also in the coming week, we are going to be looking at the entire on-chain analysis and the outlook for next year. Before we continue, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also, check out our free trade letter, which we are providing 3 times per week towards you in your mailbox. Doesn't cost you anything, is in the description beneath. Also, final week before we're going to get into the copy trading solutions in January, and before we're going to remove the discount we have on the premium membership. My portfolio is up approximately 10% at this point for the month. You can follow that from January on, but you have to become a member, and that's why we've got the 30% discount. Final week is approaching. Now, when we're looking at the markets for Bitcoin, we can definitely argument that the markets have been seeing a tremendous correction. And I think that the markets in itself have been into a bear market since here, as I believe that the entire correction that we have been seeing here, which is this correction, that is completely fine. However, this entire period that we have been witnessing here, that is the current period that has been influenced a lot by Sam Bankman-Fried, who has been pushing the price of Bitcoin during this period for his Solana case, right? So if we didn't have this, we would probably already be at the end of the bear market, and right now we are getting into a stage where exchanges collapse, hedge funds collapse, etc. So this entire push, especially if we go from the bounce that we have here, this bounce, and we go all the way up, this is a move that is probably not the right move and it's manipulated. So I'm seeing Bitcoin being into a bear market since we have been seeing this high here. What are we looking at when we get to the price action? We can argument that we have been seeing this high. We have been seeing some weak bounces in between, clear rejection at 46k, another consolidation at support, falling in between towards 25 towards 16 and then hit 25k, through which we can mark a few important levels. First of all, the important level which we have here is the level at oh, that's not going to be the right one. This level, it's at 12.3k, which is essentially the level before we started to break to the upside. Okay, so that's the crucial support level that we have here. So the level that we have here for support is the level at 12.3k, and I'll just make it green so then it's easier to follow. The crucial weekly resistance that we have here is the area which we have to be reclaimed at the previous support level, which is this level. The area around 18.6k is the one that we need to break in order to get any momentum going. So everything that's beneath 18.6k can be classified as deviation or can be classified as trend continuation. If we are not able to get towards or above 18.6, you are ultimately looking at 12.3k. However, the amount of people that are currently focused on it is kind of heavy, which means that we are most likely not going to get there as a whole. However, what do we get? Well, we can argument that we've got this MA cross taking place here, which we have also been seeing through the bear market in 2018-2019, after which we saw a big expansion. We can also argument that we are finding support at the 200-week MA during this period. We're currently acting beneath, so we're looking at different MAs. However, the point is still cross has been taking place here, cross is taking place here. The actual move happens prior to the actual cross taking place. So essentially, we are at the low or we are close towards it. And the golden cross, which is taking place here, is most likely going to take place during June towards December as well on the markets, which means that most likely we'll be acting around here around 37k in a few months from now when it comes to the price action of Bitcoin, because we're just going to copy the markets from 2018 2019, and we have had such a heavy downwards move already on the markets, which is usually going to be getting into a stage where we're going to be having some relief. Looking at the markets even more when we get towards the weekly time frame, we can argument that there's another level which we should be focused on. Okay, So first of all, if you want anything, we need to crack 18.6, and then second, we have to break this level here at 20.6. These are the two breakers. If we are able to break 18.6, we get back into this construction. If we are able to break 20.6, we are breaking the trend because we're taking out these highs, and the amount of stops above this high is going to be sufficient, which means that most likely we're going to have a runner taking place towards this block here, which is the block at 29.2, and probably going to continue moving towards the block around 38.5, as I think that we're just going to take liquidity above here and have some more upwards momentum. So what are we looking at if we're going towards the daily time frame for now? We are looking at a case where the markets are acting extremely boring. All right, so we have been testing the support or the becoming resistance at 18.6. I have to adjust the weekly level here because it's not placed properly. There we go. So what are we looking at? We are looking at a case where we are actually currently still holding a barely low support. And then we've got PCE coming up, and we've got some more coming up after this video, but we can definitely argument that we've got this rejection taking place. And I think that if Bitcoin is going to have the breaker towards this range high again, this is going to overshoot towards 21k, flip a level. That's the question why we're going to do that, but most likely 19, and then we can continue rallying towards 29k and taking out all these highs. In that regard, what are the levels that we're looking at? Well, we've got the level at 12.3k for Bitcoin, and we also got the levels which we have here, which we are currently finding support on, and those are the final ones before we're starting to collapse, which is 16.4. If that is going to be folding as support, then we're going to squeeze these lows here and most likely swap or drop a bit heavier towards the downside, looking at 14k next. So when we're looking at the higher time frames, it is the question of being deviation, or it's the question of continuing the trend. And I think that with the first week of January approaching, with CPI and all the data coming up, that's going to be the crucial one. And I think that if we are able to break 18.6k, we are getting into a stage where we can confirm that the bottom is in, and then we can continue rallying. So I'm going to be positioning myself into more heavy longs once we break 18.6. Right now, I'm just slowly DCAing into my investment portfolio. But once we flip 18.6 and even a lower time frame 17.5, those are the first arguments for continuation towards the upper boundaries. And then we are looking at a potential case of first running towards 21k, 23.5, and then 29, and possibly even 38, which is already a 2.5x from here. I hope you have been enjoying this update. I'll be back on Monday. Tomorrow it's Christmas time. I'm wishing you all a wonderful Christmas, Merry Christmas. Enjoy your time with your family. Don't look at the charts, but just enjoy the time with the family. I'll be back on Monday. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll be back. Ciao.